And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final match of the 2017 YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this match, we have TeamSamuraiX1 playing his legendary 6 Samurais going up against Heisenwolff, who's going to be playing Cyber Dragons. And with us for this commentary, we have a man who's quite fond of the 6 Samurai himself, the one, the only, House of Champs!
What's good, YouTube? Definitely one of my all-time favorite decks, and it's really funny because this matchup's actually going to get updates for both of the decks in the future, but we're back here in the Duelist Saga format watching them do their thing, and it looks like we're going to see at least a double Shein here with backup. Sam here is playing Storming Mirror Force, and he sets it second. He's actually thinking about, because typically somebody who's not thinking about their match will online. This is an online thing. We'll set the good card first and set any other card second.
Yeah.
And it's funny that he's probably actually considering the order because it's an online high stakes match for the finals of the Grand YugiTuber Championship.
And speaking of that, we just want to give a big shout out as always to MST TV. He really hooked us up for this tournament and couldn't be more thankful for that. So be sure to check his channel out in the description. Give him a sub. We see Jizukiru getting dropped on one of the Shiens as well as the Cyber Dragon core.
And what's interesting here is Double-Edged Sword Technique now has some new cards to consider.
And there's the Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon fusing up off the contact fusion of the Jizukiru as well as the core. Still can't get over that Shien, though. Okay, Brilliant Fusion with the follow-up here.
I feel like you just negate that.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is, like, if Heisenwolff has, like, limiter removal or something, I mean, obviously, Sam has Storming, and we know that, but, I mean, Heisenwolff's just trying to probably bait out that Shien as best as he can at this point.
And there it is.
Yeah, definitely negating the Brilliant Fusion is probably correct, because, I mean, granted he still has 4 of the... Wow, he has a second one!
Ooh. Rough beats.
Oh man, that's really rough. I love what Brilliant Fusion does for Cyber Dragons, actually. Like, the fact you get a level 5, and you get, like, an extra summon off of it, like, it's so cool. You get to dump Cyber Dragon core as well, so you can use his effect from Grave. Just has, like, a lot of really good utility in a deck that, doesn't really see much play whatsoever, but...
A really good play for Cyber Dragons that was pre-Zoo, a lot of people took it out when Zoo kind of became the thing, is Volcasaurus into Gaia Dragon. That's Volcasaurus is so good. So I wonder if Heisenwolff has considered the kind of pre-Zoo format in a sense. And Twin Twister's going to take care of both back row here, and he's going to bring out the other Shien, leaving one more negate.
Yeah, Double-Edged Sword Technique, such a strong card in this instance that,
Did he have to bring out the other Samurai in attack mode?
Do they have to come out in attack? I actually do not remember what Sword Technique's text says.
Double-Edged Sword Technique. Let's look that up.
I feel like he wouldn't have if he didn't have the choice, but I could be wrong.
Let's see here. And face-up attack
face-up
position.
Attack.
So
okay.
yes, it was forced.
Now, we do have the Chronomaly Golden Jet, and... that actually enables a rank 5 play potentially here. Between that and the Seraphinite. But the problem is he's still trying to wade through another Shien negate. Now, Sword Technique is going to send that Shien to the graveyard, correct?
Yes.
In the end phase? Okay.
Yeah, it will. One of these Shiens is going down no matter what.
Right. So, I mean, you're in a rough spot because... you can't really go into anything, but he's going to lose a Shien anyway. But then, as Heisenwolff, you can't deal with the other Shien that's still on the board as well.
So he just keeps the one from the graveyard, sacrificing the other.
He gets into the Kaigeki for the draw.
Now, besides Cyber Dragon Core in the graveyard, I think this is actually starting to really even out as a game.
Yeah, because, I mean, Kageki, funny enough, is able to just run over either the Jet or the Seraphinite, and then the Shien can take out the Fortress Dragon. So, at this point, Heisenwolff's going to be just left to top decking here. And I really don't know where that's going to... I mean, he's going to need one hell of a top deck to come back from
What was sent off Brilliant as the light?
He sent a core as the light. So, I mean, he has a core... setup, but I mean, he's still pretty much left to top decking other than being able to summon a Cyber Dragon.
And he's going to take care of the Kageki. I mean, he's still at such high life points that this isn't the worst. He just has to get to 2 spells that actually threaten or... well, the beaters keep coming.
I was going to say, the Kizan's pretty nice in this instance.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, as long as Team Samurai just continues to draw the beaters like this, Kageki, Kizan, really anything like that, even Zanji if he's playing it, that's really all he needs is just put Heisenwolff on that clock, and Heisenwolff desperately needs a way to bait out the negation of Shien and take it out in the same turn. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to flip this duel around whatsoever. I guess he could possibly draw into, like, Overload Fusion, but again, he would still need something to bait out the Shien if he has the Overload.
Oh, so Sam actually leaves the Chimera Tech on the field because of Cyber Dragon Core, and the neg 10 desires. Oh no, but it did get to force the Shien. So he's threatening that his last card is real. Let's see what it is. Oh.
Or not. I know usually people will play the Pot of Desires because, people might think if they're... I don't know, Pot of Desires, when you're trying to get it negated, it's like a double-edged sword, because if you don't negate it, you're giving them 2 cards, but if you do, it's a card that's good enough to warrant negating that will possibly bait your opponent into negating it so that you can use whatever card you actually meant to use. So it's like there's a really weird mind game that comes with it.
He's going to wipe his own Chimera Tech off, but loses his battle phase in doing so. Basically why Sam didn't set up the keys on for extra damage. He didn't want him popping off in main phase 1 here. So we see the Cyber Dragon. Will we see an Infinity play?
It looks like we're going to, because Golden Jet's going to make himself level 5. They are both light machines, and it looks like Infinity is going to be making an appearance.
Yeah, Kizan being on the field couldn't have stopped this one.
Yeah. So we got the Nova. Nova is going to use its effect to resurrect a Cyber Dragon. The effect that is very seldom used because it's only specific for the Cyber Dragon archetype. And Big Daddy Infinity himself. Don't you miss the days, Sean?
The better all-around negation. And when you don't want to see your one of Maxi, there's the surrender.
Team Sam just surrendering. We're going to game 2. Heisenwolff.
Oh, but this hand is nice.
I was going to say, that's a really good hand going first for 6 Sams.
Yeah, the thing of back in... Oh, he's not going
That
first.
actually makes sense. He's choosing to go second because Cyber Dragons is more of a go second deck, even though it can still do like infinity plays and stuff. I kind of see why Sam made him go made Heisenwolff go first.
Well, if he's confident in his traps to deal with the deck, the negation that's offered feels better.
Right.
But if he's not confident that his traps are going to deal with everything, then I see why. His main goal would have been to Nat Beast, I feel like.
All right, so Infinity going to be coming down again.
There's no direct answer yet.
Right.
He has some synchro plays. And I'm sure that Heisenwolff sided for going second, so he might have put in a heavier Kaiju engine.
That's true, so he might have a lot more dead cards at his disposal as well. Storming Mirror Force is actually pretty nice if he can force a negation off the Infinity. Yeah,
we're going to see a United, try to get him down to 25.
Now, if you're Heisenwolff, what do you negate at this point?
I almost don't think you negate the United. I kind of wish Sam had just thrown it down, almost confident, like as if like, hey, negate this, since it's his only card that can get negated this turn. So instead of taking his time, I kind of wish he just shotgunned it and like made it seem like, yo, I want you to negate this.
Yeah, because it definitely speaks volumes in the way that you. I know we're playing digitally, of course, but in terms of the pacing at which you play your cards, can actually speak volumes that your confidence that your plays are going to go through or not.
Well, everything's good here. I feel like you just go all out. You're going to be able to... I don't know his synchro options. I feel like he should be able to get something that threatens, but it's at 2,700. He just normal summons here, so he's going to minimal commit. And there's the draw, too.
Mostly gets a really big draw here. I mean, that also has some potential as well. Not the best. I mean, another United's pretty good, especially if you still have specials available like Kizan. So, but the question
this is. I'm kind of surprised he just didn't start with the the Kageki, but I also understand because that's another thing Infinity could have just negated.
Right, that's fair.
That could have shut him completely down.
Yeah, I think I like this play a lot better. Another double-edged sword technique, not really what he's looking for at this point. What can he sink into? He couldn't he make Goyo Guardian?
If he was playing
If he's playing it, yeah. I was gonna say, funny enough, good old Goyo Guardian would actually out the Infinity here.
Yeah, I remember back in the day. We're going even further. Oh man, the days of taking Stardust Dragons with Goyos and all the complications of that back in the day.
Of course. Good old Teledad rulings, nothing like it.
Well, he's gonna clear wing up here, which isn't the worst. It's just not the best.
Yeah, it still doesn't deal with the Infinity. The fact it's like you said, the fact it's on 2700 actually really makes a substantial difference. And I don't think Clearwing has any advantage over the Infinity at this point because Clearwing requires monsters to be level 5 or higher for its effects to trigger. Yeah,
it looks like he just didn't bring the tools in the extra deck to deal with a monster like this.
And that happens. I mean, you can't really... You can't have them all. There's a reason we have a 15-card extra deck.
Yeah.
So he's going to set the Storming as well as the Sword Technique. And
the bad thing about the Sword Technique, too, is the only optimal time is to play it during his own turn.
Yes.
And the Mirror Force is limited here to his opponent. So the Mirror Force, at least, though, is going to shove the Infinity down to 25 and basically end up in a crash situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's going to get another Infinity out, it's really feeling locked up.
Yeah. This is... Ooh, and Jizukiru coming down as well.
Interesting that he's probably got to play for Chimera Tech then.
Possibly, yeah, because he can just Jizukiru over the... Oh, Dogeron. Okay, so he's going to give himself the Jizukiru. That works even better.
Unfortunately, the Mirror Force now isn't going to be as favorable. Now the Mirror Force doesn't even threaten anymore, and he's just doing this during his opponent's turn to do it. And
this is out of desperation because he was really hoping Heisenwolff would negate that. And now the Infinity's sitting on 29.
Yeah, now it's just not going to threaten anything. Ugh.
And I think Sam's forced to take these hits because, I mean, he could possibly draw into something that can maybe bait the negation of the Infinity and turn this game around. But, I mean, so I feel like it's smart he's holding it, but it's going to be rough to come back from this.
Got any rank 3 plays, buddy?
Another Sword Technique. It's not what he needs. What is there any rank 3 that could get him out of this? Oh, he's just like a true samurai, he kills himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. Heisenwolff, your 2017 YugiTuber Grand Championship. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video and all the other videos. Thank you, John Moore, for all your help on the commentaries.
No problem.
And we'll see you next time.